Since the news that FIFA 22 was releasing day and date on the Stadia platform, along with other platforms that it's releasing on at launch, we've been having a lot of fun with this news story, but we're going to continue to have some more in light of some very, very important information. See, as rumor or controversial next-gen versions of FIFA and Madden 22 coming to Stadia cheaper than consoles, it's SDO Daily, baby. Let's get into it.
Not sorry. Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. No, I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another episode of SDO Daily, baby. Glad to be back. Do us a huge favor before we get into this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all. Straight up, y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and by now, y'all should know the slogan. We're not too proud to ask. In that vein, if you're watching this as a live premiere, as this is introduced as live premieres, and you want to be braggadocious in the chat, you got a question that you want us to answer at a later time, or you simply want to help out the platform, feel free to hit that super chat button below. It goes a long way to make this a better platform for you. On to today's story. All right, so FIFA 22 was announced this past July 11th, 2021, to be releasing day and date on Stadia, which has also been shocking is that the next generation upgrade or feature set for FIFA 22 was announced to be coming to next gen consoles and Stadia. Right? Now, the reason why that's a shocker is because, as far as we know, Stadia, when it comes to big AAA games, has been getting basically PC ports. They've been getting the PC version of the game ported to Linux/Stadia, Stadia's platform, and it's been, managed from there as far as it working on Stadia. So we have finally run into a situation to where we have a multi-platform game that is going to have non-Stadia related feature sets, like not necessarily crossplay, whatever. We don't know. There might be Stadia features that are coming on FIFA 22. But we're talking about the next generation feature set that is not coming to the PC version. So if it's not coming to the PC version, a couple of questions arise. Is this a PC port that's particularly enhanced for Stadia? Is that even possible? Or is this the first standalone Stadia version for a big time AAA game that we're going to see on the platform? And there's other questions / rumors that we have. But before we go further into that, let me show you something. So this is the wire that was released July 11th. Stealth release that let everybody know what was going on with FIFA 22. It reads, EA Sports introduces FIFA 22 with next-gen hypermotion technology, bringing football's most realistic and immersive gameplay experience to life. All right, so let's talk about, let's read this part. We'll read a couple of paragraphs from here. It says, today, EA Sports FIFA 22 featuring next-gen hypermotion technology that brings football's most realistic and immersive gameplay experience to life in every match and across every mode on next-gen consoles and Stadia. FIFA, again, it says the hypermotion technology that brings the football's most realistic and immersive gameplay experience to life in every match and across every mode on next-gen consoles and Stadia. FIFA 22 will be available worldwide on October 1st for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PC via Origin, and Steam, Stadia, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And again, if you didn't know what the heck I was talking about, they saved for you a second time. Powered by Hypermotion, FIFA 22 combines advanced 11 vs 11 match capture and proprietary machine learning technology to deliver the most realistic, fluid, and responsive football experience for next-gen consoles and Stadia, unlocking the raw emotion, passion, and physicality of the world's game. Now, here's the thing about that. This is related to Madden. How is this related to Madden? This is related to Madden because when Madden was announced earlier that it was coming to Stadia day and date as well, they talked about their next gen version of Madden's feature set, which is Dynamic Gameday, where you get next gen stats, Gameday atmosphere, and next gen movement 2.0. That's their feature set, their version of hypermotion or whatever. When you look at the cue card that they have displaying what versions are getting what, they only have here Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, and then they have here PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Even though it's coming to Stadia, there's no mention of Stadia. Well, we assumed, and I cautioned people on assuming this. What we assumed is because most AAA games up to this point have been PC ports on Stadia, that if the PC version wasn't getting the Dynamic Game Day feature stats, that the Stadia version wasn't getting them. And I had cautioned people. I said, I don't know. Until they say so explicitly, just hold off on that. Madden might be the first game, AAA game, that comes to Stadia with its own unique version. We don't know. I said it was a small possibility, but we don't know. Fast forward now to FIFA, and it seems like that might be the case. Again, rumor, questions, we don't know. But for all intents and purposes of what we do know for the development side of Stadia, it might be its own standalone version for this feature set. Maybe not. That being said, if that is true, if it is its own standalone version, then Madden could possibly be getting its own standalone version. But here's the real kicker for this video that makes this very controversial until questions can get answered, and maybe when they are answered, it's still controversial as all heck. This dropped today from GameIndustry.biz, and it reads, FIFA and Madden Next Gen upgrades exclusive to higher price special editions. And FIFA upgrade is limited solely to $99.99 digital only Ultimate Edition. So what does this mean? If you have the 8th generation version of FIFA on a console, meaning when I say 8th generation, I mean PlayStation 4, Xbox One. If you pay $99.99 for the Ultimate Edition for FIFA, and then I think if you pay for the MVP version on Madden, which costs around the same price, or might be a little bit cheaper, and you have a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you automatically get the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series version. It's called Dual Entitlement. It says last year, Dual Entitlement was included with all physical and digital copies of both Standard and Ultimate Editions. All right, and they tell you about what they did last year. This year is working a little bit different. They also say, oddly, anyone who buys the physical copies of Madden 22 will be eligible for dual entitlement this year, but only if they buy the MVP edition, which it also is $99 like the Ultimate Edition for FIFA. So you got to pay $99.99 in order to get 8th gen versions and 9th gen versions of FIFA and Madden separately, right? You got to pay $99.99 for Madden if you got a PlayStation 4 and you want to get both gen versions of that. $99.99 for FIFA if you got a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, if you want to get both gen versions of that. Here's the thing that really makes this controversial at this point in time. And we normally don't deal in rumors here. You know, we don't deal with that here. But again, this is all mind-blowing. I can't show you right now because I don't have the screen in front of me. But Stadia's version of Madden, there is an ultimate version of Madden, but you can get Stadia's version of Madden that supposedly will have the same feature set for $60. For $60. If you, for as far as we know, Madden, you buy it for $60 on Stadia, you get the next gen version, because normally there aren't multiple versions made for Stadia because Stadia doesn't operate in generations. There's just the Stadia as it is now, and they slowly but surely make upgrades to the platform and to the server blades. So there is no 8th gen Stadia or 9th gen Stadia. Just Stadia. Now we talk Gen 2.0, but that's nothing official. So if that is the case, if everything that I said is true, you're going to run into a potential that on Stadia, you can pay simply $60 to get the next gen version of FIFA and possibly Madden as well. Meanwhile, if you want the next generation standalone version on the next gen consoles, you gotta pay $70. And if you want access to both because you only got an 8th gen console, a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and you plan to upgrade later, you have to pay $99.99. Now again, we don't have information to say that this is absolute. But if this is true, man, that makes Stadia version of two of the top sports games in the world a hell of a bargain. And with that said, that's it from your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like we say, who cares what we think? But if you do like what we have to say, check out the links below to follow us. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. With all that said, again, these are just rumors and speculation, but we'll see how this all shakes itself out. And that said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.